Lara's new world was one of wealth and comfort, and of the motherly affection she had so long yearned for. How was a young girl to resist? Lara was thankful for all that Mrs. Coulter had given her, but soon learned that these gifts came with a steep price. Mrs. Coulter demanded obedience, submission, from even those closest to her. Lyra saw the darkness beneath the engaging exterior and did not like it.
I don't like this place anymore, Pan.
I don't like that monkey, that's for sure.
What do we do now?
Let's look around a little. We've been so busy we haven't gotten a chance to really explore the flat. Why do you think Mrs. Coulter never lets us inside her office?
I bet there's something she doesn't want us to see.
Shh! We're being watched! I don't like this. Let's find another way. Oh, now you want to take a bath.
I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's no stopper in the tub.
Remember what the scholars said about wasting water? You can practice putting on makeup later, Lyra.
That's not what I was going to do. Maybe they were the ones watching us.
Maybe. Doesn't look like they're leaving any time soon. Find a spot to hide while I take a look around. Not too close, Lyra. They might see us.
Oh, my. Thank goodness that didn't hit someone. Come, Jasper. We'd better clean that up before Mrs. Coulter sees it. Oh, my, indeed.
You leave us alone.
Get him, Pan! Don't be afraid, Pan. You can beat him. Get him, Pan! Get him, Pan! Get him, Pan!
Gotcha this time.
Get him, Pan!
Gotcha this time. I hate him. I just hate him.
I'll never let him hurt you again. I promise.
I can beat him, Lyra. I know I can. Excellent. Quick! Find a place to hide.
What a night.
Would you look at that?
That's a long way down. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Don't be silly, Pan. We climbed loads worse places in Jordan.
We made it!
Don't sound so surprised. I knew we'd find a way out.
So, we're here. Now what?
Let's snoop around here and see what we can find. There has to be something important in here. It's all falling into place.
Billy and Roger!
Lyra?
Up past your bedtime and sneaking about in the one room I've forbidden you from entering. This does not look good, young lady.
Oh, Mrs. Coulter. Pan and I couldn't sleep after what happened. We were just looking around. That's all.
Do you expect me to believe that? I keep that door locked for a reason.
I saw the butler leave and he didn't lock the door behind him. So I thought it would be okay.
I certainly doubt that, but no matter. I expect you went through my things as well.
Maybe I did. Maybe I found out you were one of the gobblers and you took my friend Roger, and all those other kids too.
Well, I suppose no point in keeping it from you now. Yes, I am head of the General Oblation Board. But we're trying to help children, Lyra, not hurt them.
But that's not fair. You take them away from their homes and don't give them a choice if they want your help or not.
Well, dear, I suppose the only way to make you understand is to teach you about the research. That will come soon enough.
You're right, Mrs. Coulter. I'm really sorry. And it won't happen again. Pan and I will just go back to bed now. Good night.
I trust we'll not have to worry about this type of behavior again. Here, take this and sleep well. We have a big day tomorrow.
Pan, do you hear something?
It's him. Quick! He must be after the alethiometer.
Which to choose? Excellent. Top notch, if I do say so myself.
Lyra no longer felt safe with Mrs. Coulter and quickly made up her mind to leave, taking only her most prized possession. Mrs. Coulter was not inclined to let go of any possession, especially so valuable a treasure as this little girl. Lyra was pursued and would have been caught. But help arrived from an unlikely source.
Egyptians.
Her new friends would not only protect her from the long arm of Mrs. Coulter, but welcome her as family.
Marcosta.
And so it was, during her meeting with John Farr and Father Coram, that Lyra first attempted to read the alethiometer.
The Master of Jordan gave me this.
It's an alethiometer. You've got 3 hands you can control. By pointing at 3 symbols, you can ask any sort of question you can imagine. Once you've got your question framed, this other needle points to more symbols that give you the answer.
Can I try?
What are you doing, Lyra? You don't know how to read it.
Hush, Pan.
A difficult task at best. A fool's errand without decades of practice and a host of manuals. Lyra performed the impossible without a moment's doubt.
Mrs. A. Rota is a spy, and spies have to be cunning. Maybe like a serpent. The bee, maybe.
Why'd you pick that one?
Because bees are always working hard. And if you're a spy, you have to work hard. Plus you use cunning, and then you learn something.
Let's see if it works.
Aha!
Are you all right?
Is Mr. De Ruyter
Yes, Lyra. He's gone.
the alethiometer? It knew. Maybe I could have helped him.
There's nothing you could have done. But if you learn to read that instrument, we may be able to prevent future tragedies.
You're right. I'll do my best.
Don't worry, little one. It happens to everyone first time out of water. As soon as you're feeling well enough, Father Coram would like to speak with you. He's in the meeting room below decks.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
I don't know. I felt worse in my cabin. The fresh air is better for my stomach.
Lyra, that's the officers' quarters. We shouldn't disturb them.
But I only want to look.
You only wanted to look at the retiring room too, and I don't need to remind you how that went. Lyra, that's the officers' quarters. We shouldn't disturb them.
Hold on there, kid. You don't need to be bothering the sailors down there. If you've got a message for the engine room, you can give it to me. I don't care what Lord Fa and Far Decorum say. A rescue mission ain't no place for a little girl.
Hello there, Lyra. Are you feeling better?
A little, thanks.
Have you had much opportunity to practice with the alethiometer yet?
I'm trying, but it's hard to figure out what all the symbols mean.
That's the trick, isn't it? Even with a gift like yours, it could still take a lifetime to understand all the meanings.
Do you know any of them?
Only a few. Take the hourglass, for example. Its first meaning is obvious. Time. But it also has a second, deeper meaning. Death.
That's not too hard.
Not all of them are so straightforward, though. What do you think the apple means?
Knowledge. I already learned that one.
Yes, but it has another meaning as well. Sin. When you see a symbol, understand the context and associate the symbol with the meaning. Try it now with this apple.
So, if I see something that matches a symbol from the alethiometer, I might be able to understand a new meaning.
Precisely. There may only be 36 symbols, but for all we know, their meanings are limitless. You're bound to uncover new meanings all the time. And the more you understand, the easier it will be to read the alethiometer.
If I can ever focus for more than a few minutes without getting sick.
Yes, of course. Why don't you go back to the deck and speak with Jerry? I think he'll have just the thing to help you get your sea legs.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
Please don't disturb the men working in the engine room, Lyra. Besides, it's quite dangerous in there.
Father Coram said you might have something to make me feel better.
Haha, just the thing, in fact. Swabbing the deck. That's the best medicine there is. Nothing gets your sea legs under you faster than a little hard work.
Oh boy.
Head to the rear deck. You have to go up the ladder over the engine room. You'll find a mop back there.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
And while you're busy with that, you might ask some of the others if they need any help. There's never a shortage of tasks to be done on board a ship.
If you're running around...
What did I just tell you?
But I'd like to see the engine.
And I'd like to see the Alamo. Doesn't mean I'll get to. Now you behave, or I'll have you confined to quarters.
Hello, Ness. Is there anything you're doing I can help you with?
No, but I bet there's something I can help you with. After your run-in with the gobblers in London, I thought you could use a few lessons on self-defense.
Ooh, like karate? I've always wanted to learn that.
Not exactly. More along the lines of how to avoid people trying to collect the GOB's reward. You ready to do a little sparring?
Which one will work
Whoa.
best?
I can barely... Whoa! I can barely... And... Come here, you! Not fair. I'm just trying to help. Nicely done. And... Come here, you! Whoa!
Good times.
None too shabby, Lyra. Now come talk to me again if you feel you need more practice. And if you want Pantalaimon to learn as well, Adamo here will be happy to help. Be careful. Don't let me catch you.
One of these
Not
might come in handy.
fair. I'm just trying to help. Not fair. I'm just trying to help. Nicely done. Whoa! Whoa! I can barely... And... Come here, you! Whoa!
Easy as pie.
It looks like you're pretty good at this. I don't know if there's any more I can teach you.
Do you feel any better?
It's definitely helping, but my head still hurts. I guess I could do something else.
Cut it out, Lyra. Are you trying to make Bram angry? Cut it out, Lyra. Are you trying to make Bram angry?
You should stay below decks, girl. No telling what might come along up here. Sorry, Lyra. No time to chat. If you're running around up here on the deck, make sure you ain't getting in anyone's way. If you're running around...
Didn't Jerry say the mop was on the rear deck?
I'll tell you, but you have to promise not to say anything.
Sure.
See, me and Deianira was exploring since we never been on a ship this big before. But she got tangled in the rigging and now can't get down.
And you can't leave because she's up there.
She's got to come down sometime, but we've already been here going on an hour.
Pan and I could help you, couldn't we?
Of course. I certainly wouldn't like to be stuck up there.
Really? I sure appreciate this, you two.
Hold on, Lyra. We can't go up there yet. I know we need to rescue Deianira, but my fur would smell like smoke for days.
Maybe we could convince someone to close this one off. Just for a little while.
Maybe Bram could pass a message to the engine room.
That sailor on the front deck. He didn't seem very friendly, but we could try. Which one will work best? I'm supposed to ask if you can ask the engine room to stop the smoke in the rear stack for a little while.
Now, why on earth would I do that?
Well, Jerry said, if I'm to stay on the ship, I need to earn my keep by clearing out the smokestack grill.
I don't think it's safe for a little girl to be clambering up that smokestack.
It's not that high. I mean, I've been higher, that's for sure. I know I won't fall.
That's impressive. Really, it is. But Father Coram wouldn't be too happy with me if something happened to you.
I only have to go up a little and I'll have the grill to hold on to. I'll be low enough that I won't get hurt even if I do fall.
All right. I'll pass the message along to the engine room. But promise me you'll be careful up there now.
This isn't so bad.
Certainly is a far cry from the luxury of Mrs. Coulter's flat.
I'd swab 1,000 decks with my tongue before I'd go back to that awful place.
First you're too ill to stand, now you're pretending you're in the circus.
Quiet you, I'm concentrating.
Should we slide down the sail?
My stomach's still a bit off. But it's not as bad as it was. One more task ought to do it.
But there ain't much else I can tell you, Lyra. You and Pan enjoy yourselves now. But there ain't much else I can tell you.
You know, Lyra, even though no Egyptian would dare turn you in, there are plenty of folks out there who'd gladly take the oblation board's reward money.
You don't need to tell me twice. I've had enough of being kidnapped for one lifetime.
The best way for you to go unnoticed in the north is for you to pass as Egyptian child. Most folks don't give us a second glance.
So, should I borrow some clothes, or...
Being Egyptian ain't all about the way you dress. Now, I notice you've been picking up our way of speech on your own, but you're gonna have to think on your feet if anyone talks to you. I've heard you're a fair hand at fooling people already, though.
Well, Ma Costa did say I was deceptive.
She paid you quite a compliment then. Come on, let's see you in action. Pretend I'm a landloper inquiring into your business.
The Magisterium won't recognise me if I'm with you guys, right? They'll think I'm Egyptian.
Not if you keep up like last time. Let's try again. Greet me like Egyptian would.
That's never Alphonse, is it? Good to see you, old son.
Well done, young lady. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you were one of Ryan Van Dien's children.
So, do you think I could pass for Egyptian now?
Not quite yet. We Egyptians are sailors, and there's a very important part of being a sailor. Swearing. Now, let's see how you do.
What are you up to, you barnacle-encrusted land goat?
Bravo! I was a bit put off just listening to that. What if the ship had just run aground? What then?
Oh, shoot. We're stuck here like a bunch of crab apples.
Well, I suppose if that's your best, it'll have to do.
Wow. Jerry was right. I do feel better.
That's good. For both of us. Let's go see what Father Coram wanted us to do.
Ah, Lyra. It looks like Jerry's medicine did the trick.
I feel much better, thank you.
Do you think you could read the alethiometer now?
I think so. What do you want me to ask?
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused quite a stir back in London. The authorities are looking all over for you, but we've taken it upon ourselves to keep you safe. In order to do that, we need to know what Mrs. Coulter is planning.
Okay. I'll try and figure it out.
As you know, Lyra...
Okay. Aha! I can't understand the answer. There are so many symbols. I think it's trying to tell me danger is approaching.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know, Lyra. Maybe one of the other sailors can help you.
It's locked. Let's see. What do we have here? Top notch, if I do say so myself.
Well, I'm certainly glad to be finished up there. That was more than enough excitement for one day.
It's not fair. I just got used to being on a ship and now I'm stuck in my room.
Don't worry. It probably won't be long before we get to Trollersend anyway.